A huge round of applause for Divya Karnad from the Ashoka University.
I was just wondering, has anyone been through a breakup? So, hopefully, you have some friends who were trying to console you, and one of them might have said something like, "Don't worry, there are other fish in the sea." So, I was going through a breakup about 15 years ago, and this was not with a person, this was with a fish. So, there's this fish called surmai or seerfish, which turned out to be this really high maintenance relationship because it was just getting more and more expensive while the fish was getting smaller and smaller. And that was something that just couldn't continue. So I felt like I needed to know what was going on. And are there really other fish in the sea? So then I decided that I would go check it out. And being sort of scientific minded, the first way that I decided to go check it out was to start reading. And when I read about this thing called overfishing, which is basically greedy fishermen going out into the sea and catching much more than is sustainable. But then I also felt like reading is not enough. Maybe I should go see what is happening because I lived along the coast. So then I went to the fishermen, and I've spent the last decade or so just working with them, systematically collecting data and trying to understand what is happening out there. And I found that the answer is not so simple. It's not just overfishing. There are several things going on. And in fact, I found three of them. So, firstly, I found that there are a lot of other fish in the sea. There are like about 100 species that are edible, and people are catching them every day. And for some reason, I had never seen them before. The second thing I found was that in cities, especially, people are eating about 15 species. So, where is 100 species and where is 15 species? And these 15 species are the ones that give the fishermen a good price. So, this is leading to the third problem, which is that to get these 15 species, the fishermen are going out again and again to fish. And in the process, there's a lot of collateral damage to a lot of other fish. So, this is what is causing the overfishing. Now, ideally, one would say then make them catch only those 15 species. Certainly, that might be possible if we were not talking about a wild ecosystem, which is what the ocean is. It's not a farm. So, what I thought about was go back into history and look at how people have been eating. And historically, we were eating a huge diversity of what was caught. So, the market and the ecosystem don't seem to be in sync, whereas it used to be so before. That's why I decided to put together a solution, an experiment actually, called in season fish. Since I don't have so much time now, I'm going to leave it to you guys to come and ask me about in season fish later so that we can talk more and in more detail to talk not just about how to manage fisheries, but how to manage seafood altogether. Thank you.